Hello students, I welcome you all on my YouTube channel. In this video we are going to discuss double integrals, right? We have done line integration, that is single integration, in elementary classes. We know that line integration a to b fx dx is equal to limit n tending to infinity summation k is equal to 1 to n, summation of fck dx, right, where f is a function, okay, having graph. If we talk about single integration, it gives us area under the curve fx, right? So this is fx and this is your point A, which can be called point, okay. This k is varying from 0 to n, right? So this is your first point, that is x is equal to x naught. This is your second, third, fourth, up to so on, okay. In this way we will be having partition of this curve, okay. So then we will be summing this all, okay. So sum of all when this partition, that is number of the sub interval, and when this is taken to the infinity, okay. So in that case we get the whatever sum we get is the area under the curve, and that area under the curve is integration of f of x dx. So this is the single integration, or you can call it line integration, okay. This is the case of line integration. So now coming to the double integration, what does a double integration imply, and what is geometrical interpretation of double integration? Like single integration means area under the curve. So what does we meant by double integral, right? So for that, let us take a function of two variable, okay. Let f of xy be a function be defined in a closed region, okay, defined in a closed region, or you can call it surface also, closed region D, okay, of plane xy of plane xy, right? Now further, now do what? Okay, let me write it here, that this is your region, okay, this is your region, okay. So divide, this is your region D, okay, divide this region into n sub-region, okay, divide this region D, divide this region into n sub-regions, okay, having area delta Aj, okay. So we have divided this region into n sub-regions, okay, having area delta Aj, right? So this is the area of these sub-regions, okay. So we have divided. So now then after this, try to find out the sum, okay. If you try to find out the sum of f of xj yj delta Aj, okay, which is the area of these sub-region, okay. where j is varying from 1 to n, okay, and n varies, n is approaching toward infinity, okay. This sum is nothing but double integration of f of xy over region D, okay. dA is the area here, right? I hope you got it right. So double integration is nothing but double integration over a region D of two variable function dA is equal to limit of the sum fx j yj delta aj, right? So this is the double integration, okay. Let me take an region for you, okay. So if D is a rectangle, okay, so if D is a rectangle, okay, so then we are going to divide it into the n region, okay. So this point of the rectangle is a comma C, okay. So this point would be a comma D, oh sorry, it would be okay, fine, this would be B comma C, and this would be B comma D, right? So see here, here x is varying from A to B and y is varying from C to D. So this region can be written as D such that x is less than equal to B and greater than equal to A, and y is less than equal to D greater than equal to A. So this is the region here, okay. So this double integration, or also you see, if this is your sub region, okay, so this is your dx, this is your dy, okay. So you can write here delta dA is equal to dx dy, right? So therefore this integration becomes f of xy dx dy, okay. And here firstly inside you have written x dx, okay, first is coming dx, so here we will be writing limit of the x. So x here is varying from a to b, so we are going to write a to b. Or secondly, you see here is y, so outside you will be writing c to d because it is the limit of y, okay. So this is the double integral, and it is equal to limit of f of xj yj and delta xj delta yj in case of the rectangle, and this scenario will be bit different in case of uh, region which is not a rectangle, right? So let us discuss about the geometrical interpretation of double integral, okay. Geometrical interpretation of double integral. So this is your 3D geometry, okay, and we are having a function z is equal to f of xy, okay. So it would be definitely having some surface, okay. Let us draw that surface here, okay. If this is your surface, this surface is z is equal to f of xy, okay. So now take a small region on this surface, okay. Take a closed region, okay, closed surface, okay, and do what? Now take its projection on the xy plane, So here we are going to get it again. Okay, so now, so this is your region D. Okay, so if you see this function, we want to see what is the interpretation of double integration. Okay, that is, what does this mean? Okay, what does this mean, right? So see here, so this is your region. Okay, right, and this is DA, right? Its height from here to here is Z, that is fxy. Okay, so if you multiply, this is your height. Okay, this is your height and this is your area. Okay, so as we know, height into area implies volume. Okay, height into area implies volume, so same can be interpreted in this case also. So here, height into this is height, this is area, this implies volume of the shape. Okay, volume of a um, volume of this geometry, right? So it could be written, it is equal to volume of it represents volume under the region D or surface. Okay, so you can, if you are asked what is the geometrical interpretation of double integration, so you can say it represents volume under the surface D or region D, right? So whatever geometry is being formed under this curve, it is the volume of that geometry, right? So this is the geometrical interpretation of double integration. Now we are coming to the properties of double integration. So properties are pretty same as that of line integration. Okay, so you can pretty easily you can compare it with the line integration, right? So properties, first property, we know if your function is multiplied by a constant k, then we can take out that constant k outside of the integration. So this is the first property, right? Okay, this is not dx, this is your dA. Okay, second property is that summation of two function or addition of two function can be bifurcated in case of double integration, as we do in the single integration, right? So it can be written d fxy dA plus gxy dA. Okay, so we can write this this thing in this way. Okay, so next property is that if fxy is greater than or equal to 0, then double integration d fxy dA is also greater than or equal to 0. Okay, so these properties are pretty much same as that of single integration or line integration. Okay, so we don't need to go by each and every property of this. I'm just giving you brief idea that these properties are also pretty same to the line integration. Okay, so one more property I'm gonna write here. Okay, then you can check rest of the properties by your own, right? So here as we used to break the interval in case of in case of single integration, that is if integration is going from a to b, so we can write it is equal to the integration from a to c plus integration c to b, okay, where c is the point lying between a and b. Similarly can be done in this case also, right? So here you can break the set, okay, so you can write it dA, it is equal to d1 xy dA plus d2 fxy dA, where d is equal to d1 union d2, right? So this is d is equal to d1 union d2, right? So this is all about the properties, okay. You will also see some more properties are also there, okay. You just write those properties also, okay. So now we are going to see some examples, okay, on the basis of examples on this double integral, okay. So let us try to evaluate some double integrals, okay. Okay, first is verify that double integration 3 to 4 1 to 2 x square plus y square dy dx is equal to 1 to 2 3 to 4 x square plus y square dx by dy, ओके. सो इसमें कुछ भी नहीं किया है, जस्ट यू सी यहाँ पे y है और यहाँ पे y और x को इंटरचेंज कर दिया. पहले y था उसको बाद में कर दिया है और लिमिट भी इसके अकॉर्डिंग कर दी है. जैसे अगर यहाँ पे y आपका पहले आ रहा है तो इसकी लिमिट 1 to 2 वाली अंदर वाली इसकी लिमिट रहेगी, ओके. लेट अस ट्राई टू सी दिस, ओके. इसको सॉल्व करने से और ज़्यादा क्लियर हो जाएगा. सो सॉल्यूशन, फर्स्टली you see integration 3 to 4 1 to 2 x square plus y square dy over dy dx it is equal to what, okay. So जो ये इनसाइड वाली लिमिट होती है, दिस इज लिमिट ऑन y, okay. So firstly we are going to calculate this integral, okay. देखिए अब इसको ये एज इट इज रहने दो अभी. अब जो इसके अंदर था ब्रैकेट के अंदर इसको कैलकुलेट कीजिए. सो हियर वी आर इंटीग्रेटिंग विद रिस्पेक्ट टू dy, सो x वुड बी ट्रीटेड कांस्टेंट हियर. सो इफ यू आर ट्रीटिंग x एज अ कांस्टेंट, सो वी आर गोइंग टू गेट x स्क्वायर y प्लस y क्यूब डिवाइडेड बाय 3. एंड व्हाट इज योर इंटीग्रेशन लिमिट ऑफ द इंटीग्रेशन 1 to 2 or dx as it is, okay. So now 3 to 4, okay, calculate this, put a value of y, so it would be 2x square plus 8 by 3, okay. So done with this. Now integrate with respect to x, so you will get 2x cube by 3 plus 8x by 3, and 3 to 4 is the limit of the integration. So after this you just solve it. 4 into, so it is 4 into 4 16 into 4 64 108 divided by 3 plus 32 by 3, okay. minus, it is 54 by 3 minus 24 by 3, right? You just calculate it कितना आता है, okay, and I think it is equal to it is plus here, okay, and it is 160 by 3 and it is 78, okay. After calculating, you just see it how much is it is equal to, okay. So I'm writing 1 by 160 by 3 and minus 70, okay, it is 8 and 25, I think, okay. So it is equal to 78 by 3, which is equal to 82 by 3, okay. Now compute integration 1 to 2, 3 to 4 of x square plus y square, because we have to verify that if you interchange the limit, okay, if you change the order of the integration, it would be still same. So now we are going to write, since this is the limit of y, so we are going to write y inside, I'm sorry, this is the limit of x, okay, ये x की limit है, so we are going to write x inside, y outside. So it would be definitely equal to how much? So firstly we are going to integrate this, okay, whatever is inside the square bracket we are going to integrate this. So it would be equal to 1 to 2, okay. Integration of this would be, since we are integrating with respect to x, so y would be treated as constant here. So x3 divided by 3 plus x y square, and limit is 3 to 4, okay, dy outside, okay. So now after this you put the value of x here, okay. So x is varying from 3 to 4, right? So 1 to 2, and it would be 64 divided by 3 plus 3y square, okay. Okay, we have done something wrong over there, I think. Yes, we just forget to write the value of 1 here, okay. So 1 shall be written here, okay. Okay, so it is your exercise now, because you are going to complete it. So it would be equal to how much? Uh, 8 minus 3 minus minus x square minus 1 by 3, right? So this I forgot to write here, okay. So now in next step it would be equal to 2x square minus x square, which is equal to 2, okay, which 2x square minus x square, it would be x square only, so there would be no 2 here, and once again we have done mistake, so we will have to mend it, right? So it would be 2x square minus x square, it would be x square only. X square after integration it would be x cube by 3, and it would be 7 by 3 x. Okay, so it would be 7 by 7x by 3. So after this you just calculate it, it would become 64 by 3, and 28 by 3 minus 27 by 3 and 21 by 3. Okay, you can cancel it out because we are not cancelling it out because later on we will have to take LCM, right? So in this way you are left with it is 92, right? So it is 92, and it would be equal to 48. So 48, 92 minus 48, it is 44. So 44 by 3, right? So let us calculate the another side now. 64 by 3 plus 3y square. Now it should be 4y square. Okay, 4y square minus 3 by 3, which is equal to 9 plus, and it is equal to 3y square. Okay, outside dy. Okay, after calculating this we will be having कितना आ जाएगा ये, it could be written 64 minus 27, so it is equal to 37, right? 37 divided by 3 plus y square. Okay, so 37 by 4, 37 by 3 आएगा ना ये 27. Okay, 64 minus 27. Okay, so after this you integrate this. Okay, you will get 37 by 3 y plus y cube divided by 3, which is, and the integration is from 1 to 2. Okay, so after this it would be equal to 37 by 3 plus 1 by 3. Okay, minus, okay, it would be 2. Okay, 37 multiplied by 2, which is equal to 74, right? Minus, it is 8. What am I doing? It is 8. Okay, it is 8 by 3 minus 37 by 3 plus 1 by 3. Okay, so now you just calculate it. It is equal to how much? 82. Okay, 82 by 3 minus, and it is 38 by 3. Okay, so it is equal to 44 by 3. So therefore you see 1 to 2, 3 to 4, x square plus y square d of, okay, dx dy is equal to 3, 4, 1, 2 x square plus y square dy dx. So this was basically to tell you that if you interchange these uh, variables, then you will have to change the limit also. Okay, right? So if you are changing these two, you will have to change these two limits of these variables also, and whatever result you are going to get after changing the order of integration, it is still same. Okay, it is still same. Therefore you can change you can write that the value of the integral remains unchanged, okay, when we change the order of the integration, right? So I hope you got it, what is this integration. So we are going to do one small problem on the double integration. Okay, so one small problem we are going to do one more again, right? So this problem is evaluate 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 integration, double integration, where x varies from 0 to 1 and y also varies from 0 to 1, okay, of same thing, okay, same integral as we did in the last case, okay, dx dy, right? Here integral is equal to x is varying from 0 to 1, y is varying from 0 to 1, okay. Here integrand is x square plus y square dx dy, right? So we want to evaluate this. So it could be written, because firstly you see y is outside, so here we are going to write the limit of y, because y is outside, okay, extremely on the left side, okay. So limit of the y is from 0 to 1, 0 to 1, we are going to write it here. Then you see x is inside, so you are going to write limit of the x here, which is same here, because limit of integration for the x and y is same, so no, it doesn't matter that where you are going to write them, because both are same. Then you see inside you are having x square plus y square dx dy, right? After this you just integrate this, okay. So firstly you will have to integrate this, okay. So you are going to get x cube divided by 3 x y square, okay, 0 to 1 dy, okay. So it is equal to 0 to 1, okay. Put the value of x 1 by 3, so if you put x here you will be having y square and dy outside, okay. Now you integrate this also, so after integrating this you get y by 3 plus y cube by 3, integration 0 to 1, okay. After integrating you get 4 by 3, so this is your answer, okay. It is not 4 by 3, one second, it is 2 by 3, okay. It is 1, okay. It is 2 by 3, which is your answer. So this is how we find out double integral, right? So I hope you got the things about double integral, okay. So this is it for today, rest of the things will be done tomorrow.